All right, so this is definitely something interesting. I don't even know how many of you guys even know about what this is. So, Dragon Ball Multi, I thought it was called Project Multi, but it's basically a League of Legends. I know some of you guys are definitely throwing up right now. Is a League of Legends type game, and it came out earlier this year in beta, and it went off beta a while ago, and we haven't heard anything. No, it came out last year. It came out last year. It was like late last year to where it came out, and we haven't really heard anything else about it until it's getting a alleged name change. So it's going from Dragon Ball Multi to, I'm gonna butcher this, Dragon Ball Kishin Squadra. Squadra. I don't speak Japanese. I don't speak Japanese. So that's what it's getting a new name change to. And people are speculating that this means that the game is coming out soon, which I would love for this game to actually come out soon. Actually, hold on. Let's go to the website. Let's see if we go to the website if this says anything. No. Okay, never mind. Never mind. It doesn't tell us nothing. So on the website it still says Dragon Ball Project Multi. So that's the thing. Yeah, this doesn't say anything. Yeah, so the beta test was last year, which is crazy to think about that this came out last year. Actually, you know what? Let's go to the Twitter and see if the Twitter says anything either. Oh wait, I'm not following this account. Hold on, let me follow this account. Why is Daima trending right now? Nope. Nope. All right, it doesn't say nothing. So, but going back to this, it looks like it's getting a name change, and people are saying in the comments that this could mean. Oh wait, there we go. Okay. Source DBS hype. It looks like the game just got a name change. Dragon Ball. Yeah. Hopefully this means we're getting new info soon. And people are saying that this could mean that we're getting something new. This gives me hope. Now back to the subconscious for another undisclosed amount of months. Looks like they changed it right back to Project Multi. Oh, okay. Why did they change the name but then change it back to its original name? Finally something. The trailers are to be playable, or I'll be maining Frieza for being racist. Okay. This just means they did something and isn't just a regular update. Finally, we are still back. I can't wait for the game to release. I don't really like MOBAs, but this might be my DBS bias. But the beta was genuinely a blast with friends. I'm surprised that there is not a lot of more people covering this or talking about this. But so as the comment said, they're excited because yeah, MOBAs is the thing that these type of games are called. I just said it's basically Dragon Ball League of Legends because that's the first thing I thought of, but MOBAs are what these are called. And yeah, man, if we're getting news for this soon, I'll be excited because you know, I play MOBAs, I play League sometimes when I want to feel sad about myself. I play Pokemon Unite when I want to feel depressed about myself, but playing Pokemon. And when this comes out, I think this will probably be one that I actually enjoy. For context, I do enjoy both League and Unite. It's just a meme to say that both of those games, are bad, but they're not that bad. I guess. I don't. Last time I played League was like last year. Pokemon Unite is the same thing. Anyways, but for this one, because I like what they did with this, because let me see if the footage shows what I'm talking about. I swear to God, man, if I get a copyright claim for this, I'm gonna be upset. All right, never mind, never mind. I don't feel like going through the hassle. Anyways, if you've played it, you definitely know because mid battle you can transform um at a certain level, and I just think it's interesting that they're doing that because in League you can't do that, but in Pokemon Unite you are able to do that when you hit I think level 5 and level 10 respectively for a Pokemon that can evolve, and I just think it's interesting that Dragon Ball is doing this because, as you know, Dragon Ball has a game for literally everybody. You want to play Like in RPG, you can play Dragon Ball Kakarot. You want to play something that where you can be put into the Dragon Ball world. There's Dragon Ball's universe. You want to play a game to where you're like a side battler. There, well, not side, a fighters. You have fighters. God, you want to play a fighting game of Dragon Ball? You got fighters. You want to play something akin to Tenkaichi? You got Sparking Zero, and the list just goes on and on. And I still do not understand. I would still love for Dragon Ball to do a a Muso game because I think it would work really well with Dragon Ball. You could either play as Frieza Force and like you have to kill a bunch of Saiyans, or you can play as the Saiyans and you just have to kill a bunch of unnamed Frieza soldiers. I think it would work. I think it would do numbers because if One Piece can do that and make 4 versions of this game, I think Dragon Ball, the franchise, could do something like that too. I don't know why they haven't done that, but I'm getting off track. You know, maybe if Project Multi does well, they'll think, all right, let's do a Muso game because I think that'd be pretty cool. But anyways, that could just be me because I really do like Muso games. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap up here. What are your thoughts on Dragon Ball Project Multi and us possibly getting some news about it? Did you play this game before? And who was your main if you did play this game? When I played this game, I mained. It's gonna be a shock to no one. I mained Vegeta because he's my favorite character. Um, who would you want them to add into this game if you had a choice? I'm gonna say Goku Black because I liked Goku Black a lot, and yeah, uh, and I guess that'll do it for this one. I will see you guys in the next video, which will be about I have no clue.